If y'all didn't want to believe me when I told y'all that Taylor wasn't actually into Olandria, if this episode didn't prove it, I don't know what else is going to do it for you. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Love Island Season 7, Episode 21, baby. Can I just ask production, can we just keep two separate villas? I mean, like, I love the energy. This episode was really, really good. When everybody get back to the main villa, it is going to be crazy. When I say crazy, I mean super, super crazy. Y'all, we got some things to get into, but before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video on through, and if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing okay, but I just want to ask, like, the people who keep coming back watching the reviews that's not subscribed, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Now, I need y'all to do me a favor. Like the video. It really helps me a whole lot. So just go ahead and press that like button, okay? Now that all that's out the way, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this review. So we're dealing with the fallout of Nic and Olandria leaving both villas. Both villas are really feeling it, taking it hard, okay? Ace and Taylor are like grieving the loss of Nic. And Ace is like, damn, we sitting here like he's dead. He not dead, y'all. He's actually over there with Olandria or whatever, but we gonna get there when we get there. Nonetheless, Ace is like, how am I gonna tell Sierra? Ace in his confessional confused as to like, why wouldn't a girl stand up for Nic? Why wouldn't she stand up for Nic? Because she don't want him. She don't want him, and whatever plan y'all had to stay y'all trio basically kinda got broken up. And you know what? I'm glad that it did, because we would never be able to experience the things that we experienced this episode. So Austin and Jaden are talking, and she feels a little bad because Ace had to go and everyone's feeling that impact, okay? But Austin is like, listen, I'm just happy that you chose me. I'm still here in the villa. And she's like, I'm happy. I would not change my choice if I had the chance to. And I'm sitting here like, girl, let me tell you something. The way Ace and Taylor and them be moving in this house, girl, you got a target on your back. You got a target on your back, and the chance that they get to vote you out, they will. I'm letting you know that now. But just take Austin with you. Just take Austin with you, okay? Now, Zach, Kay, and Amaya are talking, and Maya is hurt. My homegirl is going through it because she really loves Olandria. They really had a good connection, and she's just like, I didn't want to see her leave. And Zach is like, I had to do what I had to do. I had to do what's best for me. I gotta choose me, okay? And if I didn't choose you, then you would be going to. Although Amaya is appreciative, she's still hurt, okay? She said that she came to Casa because she got her opportunity. She didn't say opportunity. She said opportunity. Child, Amaya in the words be messing her up. But you know what? I can't say nothing because I will mess up a name in a minute. So I understand, girl. I got it, okay? But she's really just sad that this is how it had to end. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to need you to go get some water, go get some rest, and, you know, regather yourself, because I can tell that this is taking a lot out of you. I'm like, Amaya, grieve for a second, but tomorrow I need you on top of your game, okay? Olandria's gone for now, so I need you on top of your game before you drain this man of all his energy, and then you don't have nobody left. And then at that point, what I'm gonna do? I can't fight for you no more, girl. I can't, okay? So now we cut over to Nic and Olandria. Baby, them two are on a date. But when the narrator was like, and Jeremiah's gonna be their waiter, I was like, hold on now. Now y'all doing way too much. But they was just playing. Everybody calm down, okay? So Nic said when he saw her, he was just like, OMG, my queen. And he was just so happy to see her. So they sit down and she starts filling him in on what's going on at the villa. She's like, Shelly got her a 6'8" man over there, okay? He used to play pro basketball. Yeah, he all that than a bag of chips. But she tells him that Sierra has made a connection over there, and he's not really happy to hear about that, especially because don't nobody want him over there in Casa. So he's really feeling it because he don't have nobody. I honestly believe that if Jaden would have picked him, he would have been perfectly fine with what Sierra had going on over there, okay? So now Nic has to tell her that, you know, Taylor got a connection too. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And it's more of a physical connection because her and Taylor have more of an emotional connection. Make it sound good if you want, okay? But nonetheless, Taylor and Clark got a physical and emotional connection. And at this point, baby, they're not even trying to hide it. Definitely not, okay? So back at the main villa, Taylor is thanking Clark for saving him, okay? And he's just so happy that they're in a couple. Meanwhile, Olandria is pissed off. My girl was pissed off. This is the most emotion I've seen from her. Because she was like, I really like that man. And let me tell you something. If she could take my man, then that wasn't my man to begin with. And I'm like, say it again, Orlandria, say it again. This was the wake up call that Orlandria needed to really enjoy this journey and this experience. Because the way that she is holding on to Taylor for dear life is bothering me. Like, girl, that man don't give a F about you, and I'm happy that you finally about to see it. I really am. So Taylor's back telling Clark that he wants to cuddle with her. And next thing you know, they're making out. Hold on. Taylor. Because what happened to I'm just a slow burn. I'm just a slow burn. No, you are not attracted to Orlandria. I cannot explain how many times I have to tell y'all that man did not want her. He was holding on to her because she was his safety net. And I'm so glad that production pulled the strings that they did so that we can really wake this ish up and we can get into some things. Because now we got some stuff to talk about. We got some love triangles. We got some real connections. And whether you like it or not, Taylor and Clark, kind of cute. Kind of cute, okay? Now listen, if we could keep them separate in separate villas, we might be on to something. But baby, when they all get back in that damn villa, it's going to be a mess. A complete mess, all right? So now Nic and Olandria get a text message that they can decide whether or not they want to couple up or they can leave and go home. So I'm like, now y'all really thought that they was going to leave? Like, be for real. Even if they didn't want to couple up, they was going to couple up regardless. So they going to couple up. That's what's going to happen. But Nic wants to let her know that he's been really wanting to get to know her. And she's like, I knew it was like always something there, but you never really pulled me for a chat. And he was like, because it was always so much happening. Exactly. Which is why I appreciate production breaking up this whole thing that they had going on in the main villa. Because they were so locked in and so focused on making it to the end that they wasn't even really exploring each other. And whether we like Nic now or not, I can appreciate the shakeup that's going on. I really can. So now Coco is talking to Ace, right? And she's letting him know that she's here for him. And she's sorry that it had to go down like that, but she could not let him go home. She had to get up and save my boy. And you know, Ace is very happy about that. He's very thankful, very chill with it, but very much so thankful. So now Sierra is talking to Elon, right? And homegirl is really hurt. But she said that this was the wake up call that she needed because no one is ever really safe. And this made her really want to explore and be more open. Yes, this is what I needed. I needed everyone to stop being scared, everyone to stop worried about what everybody else is doing and focus on you because at any given moment, it could be you going home. And then what? And then what? So now I'm excited to see Sierra really step into this connection that she has with Elon because her and Nic, although they may have a connection, it's really, really physical. It's really, really physical. Once they started being intimate with each other, her rose-colored glasses was on full effect. Full effect. So now I'm happy that she's about to actually go through this experience the way she's supposed to and maybe, just maybe actually couple up with Elon on recoupling. And where would that leave Nic? Either with Olandria or going home. We shall see. So TJ and Vanna are talking, and he's just happy that she chose him because he was so nervous because he thought he was about to be going home. But she's like, you know what? No, I'm happy that I chose you. And she's happy that she finally is in a couple that she wants to be in. But if I'm not mistaken, ain't she the one who chose Ace? Didn't she choose Ace? What is she talking about? A couple she wants to be in. Make it make sense. It's not making sense when you're the one who chose Ace, sis. You could have chose TJ. He was standing right there with nobody. But okay, sis. Nonetheless, she's happy to be in a couple she wants to be in. And now they can cuddle at night. Good for them too. Good for them. So back at the main villa, the girls are going through it. When I tell you, they are stressed out in this house. And I'm just like yelling, y'all gonna be okay. Y'all gonna be okay. Olandria is coming back. Relax. Calm down. Chill out. Y'all gonna be okay. Now, let me tell you something. When Shelly walked out and Chris was standing there with that daggone flower, I said, ooh, now that's so cute. That's so cute. He said, I know you like flowers. And she said, you know what kind of flowers these are? And he was like, no, but they could be Shelly flowers. Oh, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker, baby. The way I would have got that night, I would have got, okay? Because that was just like way too cute for me. Way too cute. So Olandria and Nic are now sneaking into the main villa and they getting in the bed and nobody knows that they're there. I'm like, child, when them boys wake up, they're gonna be so excited. But what does that mean for Taylor though? What does that mean for Taylor? Because he's actually growing a real connection with Clark. And to see Olandria is going to put a nail in his game. But let me tell you something. When the next morning came, right? The next morning, everybody wakes up. They like, hi, Islanders. Everyone was like in shock. The boys, I mean, went crazy. Just so happy to see each other. Taylor and Olandria do like this little hug, like, hi. And I'm sitting here like, that's all she get, Taylor. That's all she gets. She been over there just thinking about Taylor, my cowboy, and that's all she get. Meanwhile, he jumping around with daggone Nic. Taylor said, oh, I'm in a pickle. Yes, you are. You're definitely in a pickle. Now, Clark was like, what the helly? I said, girl, this is Love Island. This is Love Island, okay? Now, Clark is like, this is going to be awkward. I'm like, I just want to see how this all going to play out for real. Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, is this about to get really messy? But a part of me just always feels like because Olandria is so strong and well poised that she will never, and I mean never, let them see her sweat. And I love that about her. So now Nic is talking to Taylor, right? And Nic told Taylor, I told her everything. I told her everything, okay? So you might as well go ahead and have your conversation with her and let her know what's going on because I definitely already told her everything. Nic is telling Ace like, oh, and Shelly got her a man over there according to Daggone Olandria that's 6'7", 6'8", and Ace is like, I don't care. Oh, you care, baby. You say you don't, but trust and believe me, you do. You definitely do. If you like Shelly the way you say you like Shelly, then you definitely should care. Nonetheless, but I could appreciate Nic telling Taylor that he is definitely going to explore his connection with Olandria because he wants to see if there's something there. This is why we need to shake this ish up because there was no reason why Nic would be attracted to Olandria and want to actually get to know her and not be able to because they all so close up in that daggone villa. Yes, break them up. Best decision the producers could have actually made was breaking them up the way they did. So now back at Casa, the girls are talking to Shelly like, oh, girl, we like you with Chris. Oh, my God, he's just like a man. Look how big he is. Look how strong he is. Look how handsome he is. And, Shelly's like, yeah, I like him too. I really do. I really like him too. So then Chris walks over there and he pulls her for a chat. He just wants to check on her to see how she's doing because he knows that she was going through it last night with her thinking that Olandria is gone. She said, I'm just burnt out. And he's like, so what do you do when you get burned out? Like, what's your pick-me-up? She said, ice cream, brownies, that's what I do. They connecting over ice cream and brownies, the vanilla kind to be exact. Good for them, okay? Now, as they're still talking, they're talking about tattoos and piercings and things of that nature. And I didn't see Shelly giving Chris the same energy she was giving daggone Ace when it came to the tattoos. Because remember, she was telling Ace to put her whole face on his belly. Meanwhile, Chris talking about tattoos that you can have even when you don't wear your ring. She wasn't too entertained by that conversation. But when she was talking about her tattoo with the cherries, I'm like, do we all got tattoos with cherries? Because my first tattoo was cherries right here on my stomach. And then it just looked so plain. So I went and got all of this tattoo. So I got a whole tattoo cherry vine all going on right here. Yeah, it's not that cute like it was back then because I done had 2 kids. But yeah, it's there. It's still there. But Shelly is really torn right now because she feels like she's in a pickle. Because she has, Chris over here who's 6'7" and, attractive and whatnot. But she also has Ace back at the villa that she also has a very, very good connection with. Listen. Now, I was rooting for you, Chris. I really was. But when you did a TikTok and you put Beyonce at number 10, for whatever reason you put her at number 10, I can't rock with it. I don't trust anyone who don't love Beyonce. That's just me being petty, okay? But I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you. Now, Taylor and Clark are talking, and he asks her how she's feeling, knowing that Olandria is now in the villa. Okay, she says, "Listen, I still feel the same. How I feel about you ain't never changed." She lets him know, "Look, you're still my top connection." He said, "I don't care if she's here or not. I'm not gonna move different." And that's how you know he don't really like her for real. Because if Taylor liked Olandria the way he said he did, he would have been ecstatic to see Olandria. He would have wanted to pick up exactly where they left off. He told that girl, "I'm not gonna move any different. You still good." And the simple fact that he didn't want to pull Olandria for a chat right away already let me know everything that I need to know. So now Olandria and Nic are talking, and she's definitely in her feelings, okay? Because she feels like she put in that work. She put in that work for that man. I was cooking him breakfast. I was planning dates. And this is what I'm saying. Yeah. What was he doing for you? You the one who said you felt like you wanted to do something to make him feel appreciated. And look where it got you, nowhere, because we already know that that man wasn't doing nothing for real. But she did tell Nic, "Listen, this is going to be rough, but we're going to figure out how to navigate this whole situation," because she still wants to see if there's something between her and Nic. So Nic is like, "How you feel about me? Because I already told you that I'm attracted to you." And she's like, "You ain't never tell me you was attracted to me." And he was like, "That's why I kept picking you on all those challenges. I even told Taylor, like on the first day, that I thought you were very, very, very attractive." And I'm like, "So why didn't you never approach her then, Nic?" Because y'all want to keep a bro code so bad. Because y'all want to be friends so bad. Y'all got on Jeremiah about not exploring. But now y'all see how much y'all didn't explore? A whole lot. But then again, Nic had Belle Dashay and Daggone Sierra Child. We would have threw Olandria in the mix. We probably would have really lost Olandria at this point. But nonetheless, we here now. So the one thing that I can tell you is that I believe that Nic actually finds Olandria very, very attractive, okay? From the first day when they did that kiss the person who you want to connect with, and he got up and kissed her, I never had a doubt that he was actually liking her. And I feel like if the guys would have not formed this little pack and moved the way they did, we could have been had Olandria and Nic and something going on. And then on top of that, we would not dislike Nic as much as we do now. Y'all ruined your own game, because the possibility of y'all still being here at the end, if y'all would have just explored each other in the villa, would have been fine. But everybody act like they was exploring when they really wasn't exploring. Clock it. Clock it. Now, Olandria is sitting there like, "Well, I know you're going to be thinking about Sierra, and I'm going to be thinking about Taylor, but I'm just going to try to enjoy this process." Stop thinking about that man. You're in the villa with the man right now. If he doesn't show you anything new, then there is nothing to think about him for. Don't worry about Sierra. Sierra's going to look out for herself. Olandria, you were just eliminated. And you mean to tell me you still worried about everybody else and what they got going on? Sis, snap out of it. You can't be the savior. I know you're the big sister. I know you're strong and you want to look out for everyone, but you have to look out for yourself and make the best decisions for yourself, not based on what anybody else feels or thinks. That's the purpose of Love Island. So Taylor comes out and plops himself down on a beanbag. And I mean, face first plops himself down. Dramatic, very much, okay? He's talking about something. "I just have a bigger connection with Clark in the first 24 hours than I had with Olandria." Oh, well, you ain't have to tell us that. We saw it. It was very, very clear that you had a very strong connection with Clark. And let me tell you something. If you would have been actually honest throughout this game and not leading Olandria on the way you have, I would really love to see you and Clark explore this connection, because I see it. There's something there. But because you made Olandria feel like y'all was really locked in when y'all wasn't, it's making me side-eye you. It really is. So Taylor's like, he's in a triangle, the Bermuda Triangle, and people don't come back from that. So he's just hoping that he does. We gonna have to see. But one thing I will tell you is that Clark ain't gonna let up. And tomorrow's a recoupling. So we really gonna have to see. So Taylor goes and finally pulls Olandria for a talk at the fire pit. And she's like, oh God, the fire pit? Oh Lord, not the fire pit. That always bring bad news. But nonetheless, he sits down and he tells her that he has a really, really good connection with Clark. Not only good connection, good conversation, and then he adds the cherry on top that they also kissed, okay? And I said, I know that had to hurt Olandria bad because she was damn near begging Taylor for kisses and affection and hugs and words of affirmation and reassurance, and he wasn't giving her none of that. Just for him to go to Casa within 24 hours be kissing up on Clark is crazy. You could see it in her face, okay? And he tells her that he still wants to explore with Clark, but he also wants to explore with her. And, you know, he's just going to be as transparent as he possibly can be. She's like, look, the ball is in your court. You got to do what's best for you. But then she also tells him that she really, really likes him and she wants to continue to nurture the connection that they have. And at this point, I'm just saying here, like, I just need to know what it is, Olandria. What is it? What is it? What are we not seeing? What has this man done to you for you to be like sitting there just like it felt low-key kind of baggish. And I'm just like, no, sis, we not going out like that. We are not going out like this. She says she still has hope because they were friends first. And I'm like, and that's what y'all are. Y'all are friends, not just first. Y'all are friends. Nic and Ace on the sideline looking like, oh, she's calm. She's calm. Should we be scared? Maybe she's a little too calm. Have y'all not met Olandria? Have y'all seen Olandria blow up? Even when Olandria is in her feelings or feel a type of way, she's very matter of fact about it, okay? Just like when Elan was like, can we talk? And she was like, ain't nothing to talk about? Ain't nothing to talk about. What did y'all want her to do? Y'all wanted her to be the angry, mad black woman and get up and run around this damn villa like Huda? That's what y'all wanted? So then now y'all can make her the villain? Absolutely the F not. Absolutely the F not. So now both villas are getting ready for the night. And Olandria tells the girls, listen, y'all need to explore everyone. Don't put all your eggs in one basket because at any given moment you could be going. And I'm just like, I hope you take your own advice, especially when everybody gets back from Casa Amor. Even if daggone Nic and you don't have that connection or whatever, you better go talk to them other men. You better go talk to them other men and see what it's given. Or you won't be on the chopping block again. You giving the wrong people the advice, okay? You need to take some of that for yourself. So now both villas get a text that it's time for a villa versus Casa showdown to see which couples have the most chemistry. And you know what that means, y'all? That means that there's a lot of kissing, humping, and all the things going on, okay? Now listen, I read an article where they said that the production had to ask them over there in the villa, okay, before they went to Casa, to chill down on all the sexual activity because they was just doing it all over the place, okay? And I'm saying here, like, that's because y'all got them kissing each other and humping on each other all damn day. What y'all think they gonna want to do after that? Go hump on each other for real, for real. Don't set the environment and be mad when they indulge in it, okay? But we already know that these people right here, they love the hunch. They love the hunch. Child. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into this challenge, okay? I thought it was just so funny how Ace and Shelly were the hype person. Like, yeah, we got to give them our all. We got to get in there, get in the mud, get dirty with it, get nasty with it, pull out all the tricks and tips because we have to win. I said, they kind of like made for each other low-key, even though I don't like Ace. But I can't deny that there is still something about Shelly and Ace that kind of does it for me. It really does, y'all. It really does, okay? I gotta work with what I got, y'all. This is what we got. I gotta work with it. Now, let me just run down some of these kisses for y'all. Now, JD and Huda, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that y'all didn't win because the way I thought y'all was gonna be in there getting down and dirty, it wasn't giving enough for me. It was not. Now, Amaya Papaya, my girl, she's just so awkward. She's just so awkward with Zach K. It definitely felt a little forced, and that's why they lost, as well as Huda and JD. Now, Austin and Vanna doing that little Spider-Man kiss. I said, oh, okay. But, going up against Shelly and Chris, y'all wasn't going to win because Shelly and Chris got some good energy, okay? The way that man picked her up with no problem, Yeah, do it again. Do it again. Now, Ace is over there shaking because he knows that Chris is the tallest guy in that villa. And the fact that Shelly and Chris won that round, yeah, you should be nervous, my guy. You should be nervous. So now Sierra and Elon, hot. Hot. Okay, she came in there licking on that man's body all the way up to his mouth, turned around in a reverse cowgirl, back to him, kissing like that. I said, Sierra! Sierra! Okay, girl. Yeah, they won. For sure they did. Now, Olandria was sick sitting there watch Taylor kiss Clark. And I'm just convinced that Taylor can't kiss because the way they was kissing, I was just like, ugh. Ugh. And once Nick realized that, Sierra won over there, yeah, he felt the way. He definitely felt the way. Baby, your girl was giving it up. Your girl Sierra's giving it up over there, Nick. You definitely should be concerned. But it was crazy because once Sierra and Elon won, they start chanting, Sierra, Sierra, Sierra. I said, oh, baby, if I was Nick, I would have been done. Done. Especially because he had sex with her, so he know what she capable of. That's why he only lasted 30 seconds. Yeah, you should feel away, bro. You really should feel away. Now listen to me. Nic and Olandria got chemistry. This is why them two, every time they do a challenge together, we feel like they should be together because there's lust. The lust is strong there. I can't deny that. Now, I don't know if it will go past the lust, but it's definitely strong between Nic and Olandria, okay? Now, Andrina, I see you, girl. I mean, not a lot, but I saw you, if that counts for anything. So then they all have to kiss their partner all at the same time, both villas, so we can see which villa got the most chemistry, right? And it's worth the most points. I don't know why, because they're not going to win nothing, but nonetheless, it's worth the most points. Now, I don't know why the main villa, the boys, decided to do a pyramid, because, like, why would y'all do that? Y'all supposed to be testing chemistry. So you mean a pyramid, knees in each other, back climbing up on each other? What about that was going to be sexy? Y'all took off y'all shirts to pile up on top of each other. Please explain, because this was crazy. But nonetheless, Casa won. My girls won. Yes, this is what I needed. Because the boys need to realize that y'all not all that y'all think y'all is, okay? Yeah, the girls is over there doing what they supposed to do. Don't get it twisted for 1 second that they over there crying in the villa over y'all. Even though some of them was kind of crying over y'all in the villa. Okay, Olandria is sick because she feels like, damn, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be over there with my girls. But I am glad that they brought her back to this villa, because this is the real shakeup that we needed to bring Love Island back to life, because it was dying, but we coming back to life. So now Taylor and Clark go to talk on the deck, and they like, yeah, we did our big one. He wants to check on her because he wants to know how she's feeling now that Olandria is in the villa. And she tells him, listen, I feel the same. Yes, it's a little awkward. I do want to eventually talk to her, but I'm not changing nothing. Like, you're still my top. I still like you. I still, want to get to know you. I want to explore this. He also tells her, like, listen, I told her that me and you have a connection and I want to explore both of y'all. I feel like the way he told Clark was like, it's you, okay? Versus how he told Olandria. He told Olandria, like, I'm just going to explore both of y'all. And I'm just going to be transparent. But the way he told Clark, it was like, I just told her that I'm still going to explore you. It was like very direct. Like, you ain't really got nothing to worry about for real. Like, I feel like Olandria and Clark left those conversations both feeling very, very different. Because Olandria is basically, oh, I just want you to know that I still like you. I want to nurture this relationship. And Clark, on the other hand, is taking his shirt, putting it on her body, and hugging him. And he reached in for the kiss. He was like, I said, oh, just like that? Right on the dock? You don't care if Olandria see? Oh, Taylor don't give a F He don't give a F no more. He's in. He is in. Recoupling gonna be crazy because he's not picking Olandria. That man was sitting there smiling from ear to ear. He's where he wants to be. For sure. For damn sure. You can't tell me nothing different. Now, Olandria and Nic go to soul ties. And Olandria's like, I'm gonna need my wine. After all this that's happened, yeah, I'm gonna need my wine. So Nic wants to know, like how she's feeling about everything. And she's like, it's just a little awkward. He like, you know what? No, I just want to really know like how you feel about me and you and the kids doing the challenge or whatever. She's like, well, I feel like we always have good chemistry. You're a good kisser. And he said he loves her strong personality and he's intrigued by it. And that's when all my smiles turned upside down. I don't want nobody to tell me they love my strong personality. No. That is a woman who wants to live a soft life. She's had to fight all her life. She's tired of being strong. It just ruined the mood for me. It ruined the mood for me. And then Nic said that there is a strong physical connection between them. I do believe that the connection that Nic and Olandria have is very physical. I do believe that he thinks he is beautiful. I do believe that he is attracted to her, but lustful, in a lustful way. Okay? He tells her that he wants to kiss her outside the challenge. And I'm sitting here like, so you want to do it or what, Olandria? What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Because Taylor over there having the time of his life, baby. What you gonna do? She said, oh, Nikki. Oh, Nikki. And then next thing you know, they just start making out. And then afterwards, they're just gushing. And I'm like, why y'all couldn't do this in the beginning? When I was rooting for y'all. Why y'all couldn't do this in the beginning when I was rooting for y'all? And now I don't like Nic. You're putting me in a pickle. You're putting me in a pickle at this point, okay? So then Sierra and Elon are talking, and he wants to explore her outside of the challenge. And Sierra was like, nope. Because she doesn't want to do anything that she wouldn't want Nic doing. Oh, baby, Nic's doing it all right, okay? He's having a good old time over there with Olandria, kissing and making out. Because that's what he wanted to do for the longest. But because y'all always up in that villa playing a game, they never got to explore that connection. So here we are now. Tomorrow is going to be crazy. When I tell you bringing everybody back to that villa is going to be explosive. Because in my mind, I just think about not only the couples that have formed in both villas, but the possibility of new couples forming from everyone going into the villa together. Because like the Casa boys and the Casa girls could also kind of mingle, right? And we can get a whole new set of people. But I really thoroughly enjoyed this episode, and I feel like we are finally back. We're finally back into Love Island. This is what it's about. This is what we're supposed to be. And now we got some material. We might got a little bit of material for movie night, because we can't have no material when everybody going home, when all the wrong people going home at that. So yeah, shake this ish up, production. Yeah, y'all ate that. Y'all ate the switch up, and I love it. Anyway, y'all, I really, really hope y'all enjoyed this review. Go ahead, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments down below, because y'all know I like to talk to y'all back, so go ahead and get active. I cannot wait for tomorrow's episode. This is going to be the recoupling of all recouplings, and I am going to be set. With all that being said, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.